Namaste students, welcome to second PU electronics class. Let us begin with first chapter, field effect transistor. Field effect transistor simply we are calling FET. FET is a unipolar semiconductor device in which the flow of current is controlled by an electric field. So electric field, the current is controlled by an electric field, so it is called as the field effect transistor. The maximum 3 marks can ask from this chapter, 1 mark question, 2 mark question or 3 mark questions. Now we can classify FET 2 types. One is junction field effect transistor, another one metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, MOSFET. Junction field effect transistor, again 2 types, N channel and P channel. Why it is called as the junction field effect transistor? The flow of current can be controlled by the variation of depletion layer in PN junctions. So it is called as the junction field effect transistor. MOSFET classified again 2 types, depletion type and enhancement type. The depletion type, here 2 types, N channel and P type. Enhancement again 2 types, N channel and P channel. MOSFET, the gate is made up of metal and insulating layer is made up of silicon dioxide. It is also called as the IGFET, insulated gate field effect transistor. The depletion type, when we apply voltage to the gate, the charge carriers, due to the electric field, the charge carriers depleted in depletion type and the charge carriers increases in enhancement type. So we are not discussing about the MOSFET in this chapter. We are only concentrate on junction field effect transistor. Let us see the practical view, the device. There are 4 terminals are there here: source, drain, gate and substrate. Substrate and gate connected together, consider as single terminal, that is the gate only. And other one is there, here it is the 3 terminals only, it is internally connected. Symbol, it is very important, you can ask for the 1 mark. N channel FET and P channel FET. Depends on arrow mark we can identify. The arrow marks toward the straight line, vertical line. The arrow mark towards the vertical line, that is the channel, is called as the N channel FET. The arrow mark away from the vertical line is called as the P channel. So here source, gate, drain. Here also source, gate, drain. Here we can interchange drain and source because it is the same type of material we are using, but gate will be different. Here we can consider the notations: capital D for drain, G for gate, capital G, capital S for source. Here also the same thing followed. Now this can compare to one tap. Source, that is a water coming from tank, we can consider as a source, and drain which collect the water coming from here, and this water will be controlled by gate. So we can consider this example beautifully for the FET. So source is nothing but supplying charge, majority charge carriers to the drain. Drain collects the majority charge carriers and gate controls the flow of majority charge carriers. The path of majority charge carriers is called as channel. Now comparison between BJT and FET. FET is a unipolar device, BJT is the bipolar device. Unipolar means, uni means single, polar means charge carriers. So here majority charge carriers, only one type of charge carriers we can consider. And BJT, there are two types of charge carriers, electrons and holes. Majority as well as the minority charge carriers. The FET are voltage controlled device because the output current can be controlled by input voltage, that is the gate voltage. FET is very high input impedance and BJT is very low input impedance. Very high in the sense several mega ohms, very low it is a few kilo ohms. FET is less noisy and BJT more noise, and a small in size FET, so we can fabricate it in integrated circuits easily, and BJT little larger size, it is little complicated to fabricate in ICs, and power consumption is less in FET, so you can use in power electronics, power devices, and BJT the power consumption will be a little more. So any of 3 points you can remember final examination, and power consumption is less in FET means it is a little inexpensive when compared to BJT. Construction of N channel JFET. So this also important, they can ask for the 2 marks with the diagram. See the diagram. The N channel JFET consists of P-type material diffused to N-type materials diffused to P-type materials. Here N-type material is lightly doped and P-type materials are heavily doped. Now here near the P-type and N-type material junction will be formed, that is the 2 PN junctions. So it is called as the junction field effect transistor. 2 PN junctions are considered near the N-type and P-type material. The 2 P-type materials are connected together. So one terminal is called as the gate, and other ohmic contact we can take it as the drain and source. The path of majority charge carriers is called as the channel. Here N type, so it is the N channel. So you can remember easily, N type material used for the path channel, it is called as N channel JFET. So this is the construction of N channel JFET, and P channel JFET almost similar, only thing is N type replaced by P type, P type replaced by N type. So you can remember easily, P type material here it is lightly doped, 2 N type materials, it diffused P type material, it is heavily doped. So this N type material connected to one terminal, that is the gate. P type material lightly doped, N type material heavily doped. These 2 connections connected to the single terminal called gate. The other ohmic contact we can take it as source and drain. So path of majority charge carriers here is holes. So here P channel FET, that is a holes, that is nothing but P channel FET. This is the construction of P channel JFET. Now formation of depletion regions in JFET. Formation of depletion region because of biasing. So I consider here separately, gate is connected reverse bias to the VGS, in the sense negative connected to positive type and positive connected to the negative type. Now positive connected negative, that is the depletion region increases. Here positive type holes are the majority charge carrier, N type electrons are the majority charge carriers, diffuse one another which forms a depletion region near here, and it will be extend according to the doping level of materials used. So here N type is lightly doped, so depletion region extends more towards N type material. So this is the formation of depletion region. Both the sides we have to consider because both are connected to gate. Next one, VDS connected to this FET. Here also reverse bias, but VGS is reverse bias very small, depletion region here. So VDS connected to here itself, the current flowing through circuit drain to source. We are taking the conventional flow of current. The reverse bias will be increases more towards drain than source. So here we have to consider depletion region form is not symmetric, so it is more near D region than S region. So here we have to consider the drain current is directly proportional to the VDS. So obeys Ohm's law, we have to consider two resistors here, RA and RB. The voltage drop across RA is greater than RB. So here we have to consider this region is the more towards the here drain. So RA is great, the voltage drop across RA is greater than RB. So this is the depletion layer of the JFET when VDS is connected to drain and source. Working of N channel JFET, it is very important for final examination. 3 marks question. Now VDS connected to drain to source and VGS connected to gate to source. So here you have to remember VGS is reverse bias to the gate. Here there are two cases. Case 1, VGS is equal to 0 and VDS is varied. Second case, VGS is varied, VD kept constant, VDS kept constant. Now I will take case 1, VGS equal to 0. So VDS is varied. So VDS is varied, VGS is equal to 0. VGS is equal to 0, it connected near this junction. The depletion region formed near P type and N type, it is very small. So channel width will be increases. So large amount of current flowing through this channel. The VDS is increases, large current flowing through the channel, and it linearly increases with the VDS. So it is obeys Ohm's law. At one particular point, ID will be maximum. At one particular point, ID will be ID will maximum. So we have to consider the drain to source voltage at which ID becomes maximum is called pinch off voltage. The drain to source voltage at which ID becomes maximum is called as pinch off voltage. It is very important for 1 mark question. And if you increase still, then the ID may get damage. So we have to consider VDS should be greater than VP. VDS should be greater than VP. Case 2, VDS kept constant and VGS is varied. Now it should be connected reverse bias here, gate, positive connected to negative type, negative connected to the positive. Now the reverse bias, you know, the depletion region will be increases. The junction, the depletion region will be increases. So we have to consider both the sides. Here both the sides we have to consider. At one particular point, it touches each other. That point the ID is equal to 0. The current flowing through that circuit is equal to 0. The gate to source voltage at which the current, drain current is equal to 0 is called as the VGS cutoff. So no current flowing through the circuit. Here one point you have to remember, the VGS cutoff is equal in magnitude of Vp but in opposite sign, means Vp is equal to mode of VGS cutoff, equal in magnitude but opposite in sign. From the diagram you can understand clearly, VGS is equal to 0, it is IDSS maximum. When ID is equal to 0, VGS cutoff. So you have to consider Vp is equal to VGS cutoff. So here this is the diagram, easily we can explain. This is not for the examination, this is only note I give, we can understand clearly. Next topic, it is very important, characteristics of N-channel JFET with a circuit diagram. Here we can compare C characteristics to this circuit diagram, that is the emitter is nothing but source and base is nothing but gate and collector is nothing but the drain. VDD, the variable supply connected to collector, and VGG, the variable supply connected to the gate. VGS, the voltage drop across gate and source. VDS, the voltage drop across drain and source. ID is the drain current, RD is the drain resistance, RG is the gate resistance. Now there are two types here, characteristics. One is drain characteristics, another one is the transfer characteristics. It is similar like output characteristics in the case of C characteristics. Now change the value of VDD. VDS will be varied. Find the corresponding value of ID. Take different trials. You can plot the graph like this. ID on y-axis and VDS on x-axis. You will get one curve when VGS is equal to 0. If you use different types of values, VGS is equal to -1, -2, like that, you are getting different types of curves, family of curves. I written here only one type of curve, so you can understand clearly. Here 4 types of regions are there. First one, that is the ohmic region. When ID increases, VDS increases, ID increases linearly, it obeys Ohm's law. So this region is called as ohmic region. The region below the pinch of voltage is called as the ohmic region. And pinch off region, here ID is constant. If we increase in VDS also, ID won't change, it is constant. The region in which ID constant is called as the pinch off region. And one more region, here it is the breakdown region. And if you increase in ID, VDS, very large amount of current flowing through the circuit, it is enhancement of the charge carriers, major charge carriers. So this region is called as the breakdown region. It is very dangerous and you should work below the breakdown region using specifications. And cutoff region, if we increase VGS more negative value, then ID will be less and less, almost equal to 0. So here cutoff region, the voltage gate to source voltage when ID is equal to 0 almost. So that region is called as the cutoff region. So this is about the drain characteristics. Next, transfer characteristics. Here VDS kept constant. Change the value of VGS by changing VGG. Find the corresponding value of ID. So here VGS find different values, note down ID value and plot ID on y-axis and VGS on x-axis. So here we can draw the graph. So this is a simple graph, no calculations. And the drain characteristics, we are getting one equation, that is ID is equal to IDSS into 1 minus VGS by VP whole square. IDSS I already told, It is the drain saturation current, and VGS is the gate to source voltage, and VP is the pinch off voltage. IDSS is nothing but the drain to source current with gate shorted. So that also you can consider. The next one, jet parameters. There are 4 parameters are there here. First one, drain resistance. Drain resistance is the ratio of drain to source voltage to the drain current when VGS kept constant, and the unit of drain resistance is ohms. And drain AC resistance, AC drain resistance is the ratio of small change in drain to source voltage to the small change in drain current when VGS is constant. This unit also ohms. Next one, transconductance, GM. It is a ratio of small change in VDS to the small change in VGS when VDS is constant. Here the unit is Siemens. And amplification factor, that is mu is equal to delta VDS by delta VGS when ID is equal to 0. All the 4 parameters are very important expressions as well as definitions. The relation between mu, GM and RD. Mu is equal to delta VDS by delta VGS, we already know. Multiply numerator and denominator by delta ID here, and we get the rearrangement here, delta VDS by delta ID into delta ID by delta VGS. So you know the equation, delta RD is equal to delta VDS divided by delta ID, that is the AC drain resistance, and GM is equal to delta ID by delta VGS. So mu is equal to RD into GM. So this expression is very important. It will come for 2 marks, only the derivation. Here expression for, this is the last topic of this chapter, expression for transconductance, GM. You know the equation, ID is equal to IDSS into 1 minus VGS by BP whole square. If you differentiate with respect to VGS, we will get the equation delta ID by delta VGS equal to 2 IDSS into 1 minus VGS by VP into minus 1 by VP. Now the delta ID by delta VGS is nothing but the transconductance, that is GM, and we have to take minus 2 IDSS by VP is nothing but the GMO, and we can substitute here the final expression. You will get GM is equal to GMO into 1 minus VGS by VP, already given here. Application of FET, the last part. You should know the applications of FET also. In general, amplifiers, again the FET used as an amplifier, that is a common source amplifier you are using in amplifier chapter. So you should know FET very well. Oscillators we can use. We are using analog switch because switching speed is very high, so we can use an analog switch. Integrated circuits, here the size is very less, so you can fabricate easily in ICs. And buffer amplifiers, the input impedance is very high, so you can use it in buffer amplifiers. So this chapter is a very small chapter, only 3 marks will come for the final examination, and I given short notes for the point of examination. The diagram what I consider from the textbooks only, because if you search in internets we are getting different diagrams, but our textbook is the final, so you got the diagram from the textbooks. So this is all about the first chapter. Thank you.